welcome to another episode where we explore leadership, people, strategy, and the future of work. Today, I'm delighted to host Arun Pratap Singh, a seasoned HR leader with over 13 years of experience across entire spectrum of human resources, from independently leading HR function in mid-sized organizations to driving talent management, compensation strategy, and employee engagement. And yes, don't miss out on the HR digital transformation piece. So, Arun brings in deep hands on expertise. He's a certified HR excellence assessor from Confederation of Indian Industries, a certified rewards professional from Aon, and holds a certification in desk psychometrics as well. So, we have got a seasoned professional only for you. Welcome to the show, Arun.
Thank you. Appreciate you for giving me chance to be a part of your session.
Honestly, we are honored to have a seasoned HR professional like you. And it's always great to exchange views and learn from people like you.
Great.
And let me be honest, most of our people who are there in this system are pretty young. They are pretty dynamic, and they like to hear from leaders like you. So
Most welcome.
I'll just push into and jump into the questions that are there for you. The first one is, what's the biggest shift that you've witnessed in how organizations approach talent in the last 5 years, given the context of AI coming in a big way, Corona? So we have seen it all. So what do you feel?
So if we look at last 5 years, there has been a most significant shift in three and four dimensions. The way organizations look and the way they have moved. Earlier, people were looked as resource. Now, organizations are looking at people as strategic capability. The talent management was more a transactional function who like hiring to fill a role, or doing performance management once in a year, or trying to do some training calendar, you did some training. So it was more an operational in nature.
Yeah.
Now with this evolution of technology, it is changing. And the first shift that is come is from role to skill. So organizations are no longer thinking in strategic job description. I will say they are thinking like skill, capability, and adaptability in current time. AI is reshaping the workflow. Business models are evolving faster than the organization chart in the organization. So now you will see there are more skill-based hiring, a lot of internal mobility. You will hear people are talking reskilling and upskilling at scale, which was not earlier talked about. Like building learning agility as a core
Yeah.
competence. So wherever you go, you will learn that term of learning agility, and because that has become a core competence in today's time for any professional to survive in this market.
I agree.
Earlier, it was a performance management which was backward looking. Now people are talking about value creation. So performance management have itself as a process change from rating, compliance, evaluation. Now people are talking about how does this talent create measurable business impact. So pandemic brought the acceleration. Okay, that was very profound acceleration toward the direction that people are no longer satisfied with just job security. Then earlier, you will see people were or HR were made accountable for people. Now you
Yeah.
will see business leaders are held
Yeah.
accountable for this. They are accountable for developing successor. They are accountable for building bench. They are accountable for retaining critical talent. And creating that psychological safe environment, which nowadays you will see people talk about that. Can I go ahead and say my CEO in a very humble way that what you are saying, I am not in agreement with the strategy that you are talking about. Do I have that space? So leaders are creating that space. Okay, so if I had to summarize, okay, organization have moved from viewing talent as a cost center to recognize them as a primary driver of business resilience, innovation, and competitive advantage.
Wow. I think you have placed it very neatly. Yes. That is what it is. Viewers, I think one of the key takeaways from the first question itself is, develop that kind of learning agility in you. That's something that'll take you to the next level. And
Yes.
one thing that has been very vocal, that has been said off and on multiple times, and Arun has really echoed it well, is you have to have that kind of a mindset that the world is changed. You have to really move fast. You have to be really agile. And that agility part is going to be a game changer. Thanks, Arun. I think you've
Yeah.
echoed the sentiment very neatly. Another question that comes to my mind is, AI is definitely transforming one piece of, the people function for sure. And that is recruitments, the talent acquisition piece. So, in your view, how will it role? This role will fundamentally change. What do you foresee for the recruiters? What do you foresee for the talent acquisition guys in the next 5 years?
I think you rightly said AI in recruitment is moving from like being a screening tools to becoming a decision intelligence partner. Okay,
Wow.
it's like heavy talk, but I will elaborate it a little.
Yeah.
If you look at over next 5 year, it won't be just like parsing resume or shortlisting candidate. It will actually help. Okay, it will predict the skill adjacency. It will help assess learning agility. It will help simulate the job scenarios. And over the discussion, we will go. I will connect these things. Why I'm saying what I'm saying as of now, and it will help organization hire for future capability rather than past experience. Okay, and in this fast evolving sector, especially I will talk about tech and analytics, AI enabled skill based hiring at a scale. Okay, it's reduced time to hire dramatically, improve quality of hire by, I will say, identifying pattern in human miss. That said, the real evolution will be in augmentation, not replacement. People are saying AI will replace recruiters nowadays. So that is yeah, that is high, but it has a reason of its own. AI will automate repetitive tasks like sourcing, scheduling, initial assessment, freeing, and it will free recruiter. So recruiter will not just work on recruitment as a process; they will be able to focus more on candidate experience. Okay, culture fit is strategic workforce planning. The organization that will be able to succeed, okay, those will combine AI efficiency with the human judgment in the
Yeah, but
process.
there's a lot of skepticism in the IT sector. Do you think it's actually a misconception that AI is going to take the jobs, or what is it?
So AI will remove job is a misconception. I mean, recruiter's job completely is a misconception.
Okay.
Okay, what I see is AI will bring the process automation. Okay, I will see it. It is a tool that is data driven and is neutral. It will. So we need to understand that AI is a system that learn from historical data. So it has also misconception of people that if you bring AI in a place, then it will remove everything and it will do everything automatic. No, AI learn from your historical data. If your historical data has a bias, okay, in hiring or performance rating or promotion, so understand this is an algorithm that is running in the background. So algorithm will learn from your past biases and it will amplify those biases.
Agreed.
So you need people. You need people to bring that judgment, bring that intellect to manage the bias in the system.
Wonderful.
So AI doesn't eliminate bias itself. You need to design intentionally a system. You have to do a regular audit. You have to bring strong governance in the system.
I think very wonderfully you've said it. You've articulated it so nicely. Thanks, Arun. I think the way you are articulating the things, it's amazing. Uh, Another question that comes to my mind is, while we're talking about hiring itself, do you think resumes right now, because of AI, are coming inflated to us? So, are they giving the correct picture of the candidates?
I will say first, not at all. Resume is like, nowadays we say highlight reels. So resume is highlight reels. Okay. It tells you what someone has done, but rarely tells you how they think, how they learn, how they collaborate, how they respond under pressure. It captures the credential but not the context. So people need to understand this. Two people holding the same title in organization can have a very different level of ownership, very different level of creating impact in the organization, and very different of level of managing the complexity. So in today's environment, especially with the rapid change of technology saved, okay, I think potential learning agility often matters more than the past roles.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
that's why forward looking organizations, okay, they are supplementing resume with skill assessment, case simulation, behavioral interview, project based evaluation. So resumes are, though they are a starting point, they are important, but they are not the verdict.
Agreed. I think that's something that we need to say, that yes, it can give the initial perspective, but we
Right.
need to deep dive further. So, Arun, how can we balance this AI efficiency and the human element attached to hiring or the HR function per se?
Okay. So if we look at the entire process of hiring, okay. So in today's time, we will say a resume or a CV when somebody bring. Okay, so people can go to website, they can use LLMs, they can copy JDs and put the tag and all. So people are saying it is not like can't be blindly trusted and all those. I see this that there is a like kids are very smart nowadays. Okay, so they can do that,
Yeah.
but I don't see it's a crisis situation. I see it's a like forcing function of AI.
Hmm.
AI tool can now provide you polished language. They can optimize keywords. They can generate your like achievement statement, which generally earlier we used to talk to our senior. So resume is becoming more of a marketing document than a diagnostic one. That means hiring decision can no longer rely okay heavily on written things. It has to be organized as shifting like tell me what you have done to show me how you think.
Wow.
So, like technology is evolving, things are also evolving. So the process of recruitment is
Yes,
also
agreed.
evolving. So you will tell more like live problem solving. So you see people are doing like hackathons for techies. So safeguard are threefold. First, structured and skill-based assessment that test real okay competence. Second, interviewers training to probe depth rather than no you accept service level reasoning. So people are doing the training their hiring managers. Third, I think ethical use of AI from employer side also. So while you using AI for your resume building, employers are also using, which include like verification tool, consistency evaluation, all those things. So that is somehow helping to balance the process.
I think that's a great answer. Arun, I'll move a little bit to the, your educational side. I see a very, you've got degrees, but I see a very different certification. That is certified HR excellence assessor from Confederation of Indian Industries. It's amazing thing. You are an assessor. So let's hear it from you.
So typically, when you manage people processes and you have an outcome, so typically when you have a process linked outcome, like let's say you are saying I am running a performance management system. So performance management system's objective is that organizational performance and knowledge should improve. So when I'm saying it will improve, it should result into some objective gain in the organization. Either my top line should increase, or my bottom line should increase, or my customer satisfaction should increase, or number of customers should increase. It should reflect somewhere. So HR excellence assessor, you learn how to link your people processes and make it outcome based and make it business outcome based. So
Amazing.
you say we always discuss that we are going to make it a great organization, good organization. So when we say great and good, there is a perceived imagination in the future. But when you say excellence, there is a perceived drive that whatever I will do in a such a way that there is no lacking.
Wonderful.
So excellence itself drive you towards the achieving next level. So wherever, so it's non-stop journey. While when you say good, better, best, then there is a stop. Okay, so you have perceived position which is good for you in your view or your opinion, and you go and stop there. But excellence is never a stop journey.
Another point that comes, one of our viewers has raised this question, and I was just looking at it. He's asked, Gen Z is the buzzword. So, do you think that they are receptive to the changes that are happening to the market, or they also belong to the old school?
If I look at the current scenario, Gen Z is more receptive to the technology change than anybody else. Reason is if they are learning, okay, so they are learning from the customized things that is being feed to their, stream through algorithms. You see most of the blanket and all these orders, okay, they are done by Gen Z, Jepto, and all this. While people who are Gen X, Gen Y, I will say they take a lot of time to first accept the technological change. So you will be surprised. We also work with manufacturing sector and other sector as a consultant for technology adoption, and that technology adoption is still very low. But the current generation, wherever they are, they adopt very fast and they understand it, the impact. But at the same time, when you are working with the Gen Z, they also question the conception behind it. So
Yes.
they are not taking as is. They will question the algorithm, they will question the governance, they will question their data security. They will ask you, in fact, to go and delete their data if that is not useful. So they are questioning the status quo while they are welcoming the technology and change. They are using technology for their benefit, but wherever required, they are also questioning.
Okay, coming back to the main area, you've foreseen that there are a lot of changes happening on the recruitment side. On the HR aspects, on the other core functions like PMS or let's say talent management, employee engagement, learning, what all do you see in terms of AI bringing in a change in,
So, if we take one by one, okay, the people processes. So you must have seen and the capability of agents now. Agentic AI has helped HR to be highly efficient.
Okay,
So I will say company which are adopting AI. So AI is helping you to define your workflows very efficient,
agreed.
and it is also helping you to make autonomous agent which can actually do a lot of tasks which were transactional in nature. But of course, uh, I will say automation with augmentation, so it need a human check because algorithms are algorithm. Someone have done some mistake somewhere, it will impact larger way. But human in check in the process have help. Like I will say, let's say if a 1,000 people company and you have a like 10 people HR, you can operate with 3 people 4 people HR nowadays. That way, I will say transactional process has been, technology has been helpful. In terms of learning and development, I will say earlier, if you know a company which has higher budget, they can do a lot of things which was not possible for companies which has lower budget because content was not easily available. Only trainers had this content. So the L&D has been transformed, but the pressure is on creating that impact on top line and bottom line. But at the same time, earlier people used to question L&D, and whenever there is a cost cut, people used to cut first learning and development cost. Now L&D matrix can be directly linked to the top line and bottom line because of the data and analytics evolution, and because of technology you can directly link the training that you are doing, how it is going to impact your top line and bottom line. That is what a CEO or a promoter want. In
Agree.
terms of performance management, earlier it was backward lacking and mostly lagging indicators that you use. Now again it has transformed the entire process. It is more forward looking, more about value creation, more about value generation for your organization. The succession planning has been can be automated, and most of the AI is helping you to actually identify your people who are fitting for the next role, your succession planning, your career planning. So it is going to help in a big way to HR.
Yeah, I'll summarize it in one word that you've used. AI means automation with augmentation.
Yes.
I really loved that word. Great. I know we are running against time right now, but I have one last question. If you have some advice that you would like to give to our budding leaders, CHROs, HR managers, what would it be if you look at it for Workplace 2030?
Well, I think in 2030, HR head first, I think technology adoption is not a choice for them. It is a forceful moving from that external hiring through internal upskilling and reskilling through the help of AI. So AI is being so evolved nowadays that actually it can mix and match that what is needed for your future. If you tell it the kind of work, the business environment, the context that you are operating, it is working. Also, uh, I think HR can be highly efficient and adding value to the business by adopting more and more technology in, I will say, AI, and create more and more agents,
Yeah,
I will say, in for your all HR processes. At the same time, there should not be any fear that AI will take the place of HR, or I will say recruiters or anybody else in HR fraternity. No, AI will absolutely replace their workflows. AI will, I will say, raise the bar for the work that they are doing. So more realistic will be the role evolution, whether it is for HR, whether it's for compensation expert, combination of AI and analytics, whether it is for talent management expert who is designing career planning and succession planning. Softer skills will become more important, which is like innovation, creativity, stakeholder management, uh, working under pressure, learning agility. All these will become more important. I think people need to work on those developing softer skills more, because they are no more a soft now. They are value drivers nowadays, and technology is doing the core work.
I agree. I agree.
So that is my view for future.
Thanks, Arun. Thanks a ton. It was a really practical and insightful conversation with you today. Your perspective on transformation, analytics driven decision making, the kind of an approach, especially, what we said, automation plus augmentation, that really is the key for decision making, building structured HR processes. And yes, all these things were incredibly valuable. Thanks, Arun. Thanks a ton. To our listeners, if this episode gave you new insights of HR leadership, new strategies, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone in the people and business space who are actually looking for it. Until next time, keep learning, keep leading, and keep transforming. Bye bye.